Helen.
And I'm Liz.
And we're sisters,
Scientists.
and lifelong X-Files fans.
And this is We Want to Believe.
Welcome, colleagues, and apologies if our sound is a little bit weird this week. I am out of the country.
Oh, yeah. That's your casual, like, oh, excuse me.
I was
I'm
doing
in
that thing like when
Mexico.
people say they went to college in Boston and because they don't want to say they went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Because they sound, yeah, I'm like, I am in Mexico at a resort on the beach while Helen is in the midst of an unprecedentedly large snowstorm. So.
Yep, in my house with my children, trying to get some work done because I leave for a conference in 2 days.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's okay. I don't think there will be snow at the conference. So I'm
That's good.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it. It's not Mexico though. It's not.
No, no, there probably won't be like, pools and margaritas at the conference either.
No.
I mean, I'm not technically like on vacation. The way I
Yeah.
described it is like it is either like the best possible week of work ever, or a vacation with way too much work. But either way, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm down here leading a writing retreat with Leaping Hound Travel.
That's very cool.
So it is awesome.
We're talking today about the episode Elegy, but I know we have a few announcements and things first.
Yes.
And also just a heads up, I don't have that much to say. Except maybe once I start complaining, I'll have more to say because I'll be complaining.
I can't wait.
So.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have one really big announcement that I'm very excited about, but we'll save that for the end of the announcements. First, I wanted to share a letter from a listener. We've been talking about Scully's medical education journey, or lack thereof, and a listener named Pam, not the same listener named Pam who saw the UFOs, who we mentioned a few episodes ago, different Pam, says, I'm reaching out because of the discussion regarding Scully's residency training or lack thereof. I'm a public health policy wonk and worked on a program designed to reevaluate medical training in the United States. It was a joint project with HHS and AAMC. I gotta admit, I don't know what those stand for.
Oh, well, AAMC is the American Academy of Medical Colleges.
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking about a fictional character on a fictional TV show written by men with no health or science expertise, including the ability to understand what ovaries do. There is a slim possibility that Scully could have completed her residency using the show timeline. In the 1970s and 80s, medical schools in the U.S. introduced 3+3 programs. And it's a 3 and then a plus.
Yeah,
I don't know if you say 3x3.
We call those 3-3. So like, because we have
Okay.
we have like 3-3 programs with so like you do your bachelor's in 3 years and then another 3 years to become like a doctor of physical therapy or something like that.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's 3-3.
Yeah.
I'll say that. These programs allowed students to complete medical school in 3 years and qualify for boards so long as they completed a minimum 3-year residency. These programs were retired in the 1990s as they didn't have the desired effect, reducing student loan debt and getting physicians into independent practice sooner. They did, however, result in physicians who tended to be placed in leadership positions sooner than their 4-year peers. Based on her birth year and when she completed her senior thesis, she would have been 22 when she entered medical school in 1986. A 3-3 program, assuming she matched immediately, puts her into the FBI Academy the summer of 1992. And what I'll aside here, and then is immediately assigned to work with Mulder.
Yes.
Because that's when the show starts.
Right.
So, yeah. What it doesn't leave time for is an additional 1-year fellowship, which would have been required at the time if she did the 3-3 program in forensic pathology. I also checked, and Quantico has never offered medical residency or fellowship programs. In the early 1990s, it seems their workforce training program was only 12 to 16 weeks. So in essence, the show's internal timeline for Scully's education and work history doesn't make sense. It's possible for her to be a licensed physician in 1992, but not board certified in forensic pathology. She also could have been a licensed physician, but no idea how she could have made it through the workforce training program and taught at Quantico. And then she adds, a final bit of detail I'll share is that a quick scan of the literature identifies that there were multiple pathways to becoming board certified in forensic pathology back then, each pathway adding or removing a few years to certification. There were also issues with accreditation of residency and fellowship programs. It doesn't appear to have been standardized until the mid-2000s.
Wow.
So,
Thank you,
I love that
Pam.
context. Thank you so much, Pam.
Yeah, that is just fantastic information. That is
Yeah. I
awesome.
want us to take this seriously with this level of detail. This is what
Yes.
I love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. No, that is so useful. Thank you. I had no idea. I mean, like,
I
that
know.
is so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And then another announcement is that the Ryan Coogler X-Files, the reboot,
Yeah.
it is going to start filming in May in Vancouver.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I love that.
Yeah.
And then, and one other announcement. As of today, which of course it'll have been a week or so by the time you all hear this, I am on an episode of the podcast That Nostalgia Show talking about the X-Files episode Synchrony, which we just did our own episode about. So perfect timing.
Awesome. Great.
So go give that a listen.
And then we just have our final very exciting announcement. Is that correct?
Our final very exciting announcement. So everyone get ready. This is
Yeah.
very exciting.
Put your drinks down.
Yeah.
Stop eating.
Yeah.
Park the car.
If you're
No,
driving,
really,
pull
yeah.
over. Yeah. Yeah. As you'll of course recall, in our X-Files villains bracket tournament, the winner was Mrs. Paddock, without question.
Yeah. Well deserved.
The possible devil.
Yes.
On our podcast, we will be interviewing Susan Blomert, who played Phyllis Paddock.
Woo!
Yeah. Hooray! So
It's very
we're
exciting.
very, very excited about this.
You also might know her from her role on the show Blacklist, which I have not
Yeah.
seen but have told is very good.
Yeah, our dad was very excited about this because he loves Blacklist, and she's a real badass on that show. I'm very excited about this. I'm really, really happy that Susan has agreed to an interview about a show that she made one episode of decades ago, and I can't wait to talk to her. So that will be our season finale episode. Not too soon, but
Couple weeks.
we end in the spring. Yeah, a few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited that she agreed to this. When you called to tell me,
Yeah.
I was working in the library and had to duck out so that I could more enthusiastically respond.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like,
Hold
oh,
on.
good. 1 second.
Yeah, so make sure to
Yes.
set reminders, download episodes.
Yeah,
Don't miss
don't
that.
miss that. It's going to be great. If you have questions you think we should ask her, feel free to send them to us. We haven't interviewed her yet. We're interviewing her in a few weeks.
Yes.
So feel free to email us those. We want to believe pod@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, today we are talking about Elegy, and I feel I'm not going to do this, but I feel like I could just read the AV Club's response to this episode because it so perfectly sums up my feelings about it.
Oh,
I will summarize. So Emily Vanderwerf of the AV Club awarded the episode a B minus and called it, quote, alternately deeply moving and really, really stupid, end quote. And so I feel like yep. Well said.
I don't remember what this one is about at
So,
all.
It's both deeply moving and really, really stupid. Yeah, because
Okay.
so it's a monster of the week, so to speak.
Oh,
But
okay.
and I'll go into more details, but it follows this kind of they don't ever, I think, define what it is. I would call it like a psychiatric facility or adult housing
okay.
or something with a place where adults with kind of more advanced disabilities live.
Okay.
And their representation of the adults is not
Oh,
great.
God. Is this like in Roland?
Yeah, it's a lot like in Roland.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh.
But then there's like other components to it that kind of follow the main plot that are brought up about like Scully in particular that are that's the deeply moving part of
Deeply
that.
moving. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna maybe go into the amount of detail that
No,
I usually
that's just
would.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's just fine.
So
Life is finite.
yeah, so it starts in a bowling alley, and when I saw the opening, I was like, "Oh, I have seen this one," and I bet
Oh,
you'll
okay.
recall this.
Okay. Yeah.
there's a man working in the bowling alley who's like shelving the shoes afterwards, and he's very like meticulously shelving them and like counting them as he shelves them. And we're supposed to understand that I think, he has some form of autism or something that is making him like very deeply focused on this work. And the owner of the bowling alley comes up, and he ends up being nice ultimately, but he kind of is like, oh, Harold, you need to go home. You shouldn't still be here. Let me do that. And kind of like grabs the shoes and is like trying to be reassuring, but just like kind of messes up his system. And Harold, the man who was working on it, seems kind of upset by that. So Harold goes home, and then Angie sees, though Angie is the name of the owner. I don't know if I said that.
Oh, okay.
He sees like down at the end of the alley. Oh, I don't know.
Where the pins are?
Yes, where the pins are.
Okay, all right.
That there's like blood coming up from beneath it. Is this sounding familiar?
That is vaguely familiar. Yeah,
like the pins with blood on them. And so he goes down and looks, and there's a woman there who's like wedged in that area above the...
Jeez.
Yeah, above the pins.
Like where the pins go up into?
Right, like the setter? Pin setter?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that feels like a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's dripping blood down onto the pins.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she's like trying to say something, but he can't hear what she's saying or no words are coming out. And so he runs out into the street and sees some police like looking for help, and he sees some police there, and so he runs up to the police and is like, hey, you need to come help me. There's, this woman. And he looks down, and the police are by a body, and it's the body of the woman.
Wait, what?
So...
Wait, but wasn't she just wedged in the pin setter?
Well, so she wasn't. So Mulder and Scully get there, right? Because they're confused as well how this woman...
Okay.
Right, that's the X-File. Is that how did he see this woman's figure before she actually ended up dead outside?
Okay, it sounds like a premonition or something?
Yeah, so the one word I wrote down and kept using was fetch, because that's the Irish word.
I only know it from Mean Girls.
I know, that's what, and I kept being like, stop trying to make fetch happen, Gretchen. But like a wraith is another one, a wraith apparently. So like people that see premonitions before...
Did you just know the term fetch, or is it in the episode?
Mulder mentions it. He gives like a brief mention of like people that see personifications of death, basically, before.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or death omens before, and so he uses the word fetch. He keeps trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah.
So I was curious and was looking up like other representations, so that's in Ireland. There's a lot of other sort of Celtic and Anglo-Saxon representations. But I got to the part, and this is just from Wikipedia, and I hate that, like, now I feel like, you know what, it's fine, it's Wikipedia, at least it's not AI. Like, I feel like I have come to accept Wikipedia in a way that, like, I didn't a decade ago.
I completely agree, but I also feel like Wikipedia has changed, and there are so many people who really are diligently all about protecting that information and taking it seriously, that, like, it has become a decent source as a starter, like it really is. It's different than when we talked about it back when Tony messed with you using Wikipedia in 2007 or whatever.
100%.
So.
Yeah. Like there are people that like diligently work on it and comb it for mistakes.
Yeah.
And So, okay, I'm going to read a short bit. In Scandinavia, Norse mythology personified death in the shape of Hel. Hey! Only spelled with one L, which I like.
Different Hel? Like
so, Norse mythology
is Hel a person, or is this our Hel? Like Hel the place?
Hel is a person.
Oh, like Hel, like you.
Well, so
like Hel.
So
Helen Warner. Okay.
I mean, so it's spelled Hel.
Like it's short for Helen.
Like it's short for Helen.
Yes. Okay, cool.
But this is a Norse goddess who resides over the realm of Hel, which is where some of the dead go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which you don't do, because you're too busy.
I am much too busy. Although, I just read the books A Fate Inked in Blood and A Curse Carved in Bone, which are about Norse mythology.
Oh.
and feature Hel, the goddess, not me.
Oh, if you read a book featuring you, I would have wanted to know about it a lot sooner. So,
I feel like the closest would be the historian, in which there is
ooh,
a
yeah.
woman named
Helen.
Helen who is an anthropologist with dark curly hair who is basically
Pale and
half,
Eastern European.
yeah, half Eastern European, half Irish.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the goddess of death
Hell.
and ruler over the realm of the same name, where she received a portion of the dead. In the times of the Black Plague, death would often be depicted as an old woman known by the name of Pesta, meaning plague hag, wearing a black
Oh
hood,
God.
which for some reason, I just loved so much. I love the idea of like plagues are bad, and so like plagues are coming to get someone, and so we've got the plague hag.
It reminds me of the Yule lads in Iceland, and I don't know why. Maybe just the rhythm
Oh,
of the words.
what are
Do you know
those?
about the Yule lads?
No.
They're 12. I don't know if they're bad or just mischievous, but they're definitely not uniformly good. There's 12 of them and they're brothers and they like wreak havoc near Christmas
Oh,
time and they all have like words that or their names are things that translate as like rude stuff to do, like spoon licker. Some of the other ones are candle stealer, bowl licker, door slammer, window peeper. Yeah, they're all like they do all sorts of rude stuff and they're magic. And I just feel like they might know the plague hag, like socially or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like the Wreck-It Ralph movies, where like all the villains
Yes.
from the video games. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they think that Angie, the owner of the bowling alley, saw a fetch or a
Mm.
wraith or some sort of
And
premonition
when you
of that
say they
girl's
think
death.
that, do you mean just Mulder or Mulder and Scully?
Oh, no, I mean just Mulder.
Oh, okay.
So they end up finding kind of Mulder finds on the, like written in the wax under where the woman was found,
Mm.
seen, etc.
Mhm.
She is me.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
turns out that that was the one of the victim's last words. So there were multiple victims in a few weeks, all killed in the same
Oh.
way. They all had their throats slashed. And so this is part of what also the AV Club review criticized, and I wholeheartedly agree with, is that like there's too much
Mm.
going on. Like there's like too many like sometimes the X-Files does that really well,
Mm.
but this one they don't. So it's like you get a lot of like switching back and forth where like now we've got a serial killer and we've got people
Yeah.
seeing this fetch. And then there's more that we'll get to that just kind of is very like, I don't know. Seems like you like took a grab bag of like
Yeah.
tropes and just pulled a bunch of stuff
And
out.
also, I just realized I do not recognize she as me. What I recognize is it reminded me of in Red Museum when the teenagers are found wandering written on their backs, he is one or she is one.
Oh yeah. Okay. So they traced the source of the 911 call that was made about the woman that got the police there to New Horizon Psychiatric Center. And they find out that's where
Yeah.
Harold, who works at the bowling alley, works.
Okay.
So there's a lot of look at these adults behaving funny, a lot of like
Oh.
and then we get
Oh.
into some kind of like what the AV Club reviewed called magical mentally handicapped person trope. So like kind of
Oh.
a like
Like
Roland.
because there's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, like oh, they're able to see things that
Yes.
we aren't
Right.
and are more pure or more,
Right.
gifted or like,
Yes. So,
okay.
but what's interesting is so while they're there trying to figure out like who made the 911 call, and they eventually zero in on Harold because like in the big group they were questioning, he was the only one who wasn't talking, so they're suspicious.
Okay.
So they're looking at some of the files that are involved. I can't remember what they're looking at, but Scully's nose starts to bleed.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is where so she goes into the bathroom to like stop the nosebleed, and standing there is a real like pale looking college-aged girl with
Oh.
her throat slashed,
Oh
just
my
standing in the
God.
bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she's like kind of standing there like, whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, yeah.
And Mulder walks in the bathroom to check on Scully and is like, hey, you okay? Just so you know, there's been another murder.
Oh, presumably a
And
college-age girl with her throat slashed.
yes, exactly. So Scully has now seen one of these kind of apparitions.
Okay.
So they're kind of working the case. Scully at one point says like that the person that would have done this, like they noticed that one of the girl's rings had been moved to a different finger, and so
Hmm.
they speculate that like the person who's the killer has like an obsessive need to like organize and
Oh
clean
God.
and yeah.
This is just reminding me of when Mulder talks about how vampires do that with like they have to like
Oh
pick up the seeds if you spill them, like chiefly oats and millet, and Luke Wilson's character is like Rain Man, and he's kind of like Luke Wilson's character is meant to be kind of dumb, and he's
You're talking about the episode Bad Blood in season
oh,
5.
did I not? I didn't say I was talking about Bad
No.
Blood in season five. Oops. Yeah, I just I'm always talking about Bad Blood in season
Yeah.
five. Yes, yeah. Well, Luke Wilson's character in Bad Blood is meant to be kind of dumb, and he's the one who's like, oh, like
Yeah.
Rain Man, and is like making that association. And I feel like, well, I guess Luke Wilson's character would
Yeah.
like this episode of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So Scully decides to go back to DC and so to get checked out by her doctor. And while we see her like getting some blood tests drawn, and then she's also talking to an FBI like psychiatrist or psychologist,
Oh, good.
which I was glad to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's being kind of vague and is like, I don't know if I should be working this case or whatever, and talking about her being diagnosed with cancer. The woman eventually is like, what happened yesterday? And Scully's like, well, I saw something that I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
explain, and kind of tells her about it. So Mulder and some of the local people bring Harold to the police station for questioning, and this part I found legitimately upsetting because they're like questioning him, and he
Oh,
has like an advocate or a lawyer or someone there with him, but like he clearly is upset by their line of questioning and like doesn't know how to answer things, and the local policeman is just being really like, well, you must have done it, blah blah, blah, and like just like
oh.
very. And Mulder,
It's going to remind me too much of that footage of that kid Brendan, I think, getting interviewed and making a
yes.
murderer, where like you're getting somebody who doesn't fully understand the context of what's happening and you're manipulating them and
Yes.
upsetting them. Like, oh, I don't care for that.
And Mulder is trying to be like, hey, like, Harold, people think that you may have committed these murders. I don't think you did, but like, can you tell us what's going on? And eventually they realize that Harold must have met all of the murdered women before at the bowling alley.
Oh, okay. Oh, they've all been
They've
to the
all been
bowling
to the
alley.
bowling alley,
Okay.
and Harold remembers all of their bowling numbers and shoe sizes and stuff. And like, so they think like,
Hmm.
oh, well, this is proof then that
Are
he's,
bowling numbers a thing?
yeah, like someone's record, like how people have like,
Oh, I thought it was like how I have a number in roller derby and it's
oh,
815 on the back of my shirt. I thought
no,
like
it's more like,
you'd be like, and
there's Helen.
there's
She bowled that game. She got a 37. Like that.
got
Yeah.
it, got it, yeah.
So they realize that Harold must have, like, so they think then, like, oh, well, because he has all the murdered women's bowling stuff and shoe sizes memorized, that must mean that he murdered
Yeah.
them. But they kind of go behind the bowling alley and see that Harold has a bunch of information about, like, all the people that bowl there and has remembered all of it. Like, so he's just, like, very,
Yeah, it's not just the murdered
right,
women.
it's
Yeah, that makes
everyone.
sense.
Suddenly, while they're talking there, Harold like looks like he sees something and gets upset and runs away. And we see that up at the front of the bowling alley, Angie has had a heart attack, the owner of the bowling alley.
Oh. Oh.
So Angie has died.
Are we meant to think that Harold saw a premonition of Angie's
Yes,
death
exactly.
then? Okay, okay.
So Mulder,
So it's not just the people killed by the serial killer that are appearing.
right? Yes.
It's anyone who is associated with this bowling alley?
Well, see, and this is where this is where some of the criticism comes in.
Yeah, like if you go to this bowling alley and then you die, someone else who goes to the bowling alley will see a premonition of your
Yes.
death. Is
Yes.
that
Yeah.
correct?
Basically,
Okay.
for lack
Okay.
of any other
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
So
All right.
Mulder goes to Scully's house and sees, like, hey, how are you? And wants her to examine Harold because Mulder now thinks that it's some sort of psychic connection because everyone who has seen the apparitions was dying or about to die.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God. So the implication for
Yep.
Scully. Oh God.
Yeah. And so Scully is like, well, we don't know that. Like, we don't know that Harold is dying. Like, we don't know.
What the hell, cigarette smoking man? You were supposed to fix
He
this.
sure was.
Why are you letting Skinner down?
Because he's,
You're just waiting till another conspiracy episode to fix this, aren't you,
yeah.
cigarette smoking man?
Because he wasn't in
We
this
don't have
one.
time for
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And so Scully is kind of like, well, we don't, like, and trying to, like, back up this theory. And we can tell she's, like, freaked out. Mulder doesn't know that she saw
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And so Harold goes back to the psychiatric facility, and there's this nurse who's trying to, like, get him to take his medicine, but is being, like, a huge bitch, really. And is
God.
just being, like, really, really mean to him.
Oh, I hate that. I find that upsetting.
Yeah. And just, like, seems to, like, really have a dislike for Harold in particular.
God.
And so then Harold must run off, and they come back and find the nurse, like, partially beaten up, like, just kind of, like, knocked
Is she?
over.
Oh, she's not
She's
dead.
not dead.
Okay.
She's just kind of, like, knocked over. And she claims that Harold just went crazy and attacked her. But
And we didn't see Harold do that to her, right? We saw Harold
we
run
saw,
off.
right, we saw her being mean to him and trying to get him to take his
Yeah.
medicine, and then she's, like, on the floor or whatever.
Okay.
But they talk to Harold's roommate and just like to get more information, and he tells Scully that, oh yeah, like Harold was worried that the nurse was poisoning him.
Ooh.
So Scully goes into the bathroom, and Nurse In is in there. And we had seen her tuck a scalpel into her sweater earlier in the episode.
Oh.
And so Scully is like, kind of like, hey, what you doing? Suspicious now because
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
Harold thinking that she was out for him or whatever.
Yeah.
And she ends up attacking Scully with a scalpel.
Oh.
Yeah, and so Scully draws her gun and ends up hitting her in the shoulder.
Okay.
And so this is again where it's like, well, now we have this like nurse, this evil nurse, this like,
Yeah, that like she doesn't turn out to be the serial killer, does she?
yes, she does. She was the
Oh.
one who was killing them, and
Why?
because she didn't like Harold, and Harold liked these women, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if you have a job,
Yeah.
you don't like one of your patients.
Yeah.
You go, my patient works at the bowling alley and he likes some of these women.
Right.
So I'm going to murder them
Right.
to upset him.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
But Harold also hadn't been taking his medication because he was worried he was going to get poisoned. And they talk earlier in the episode
Yeah.
about he has OCD, he has autism, and then they never make it really clear if he has some sort of like more acute medical diagnosis as well, like what the medication
Oh,
is
yeah.
for. But
Yeah.
Scully is like, and it was unclear to me if there was concern that he hadn't been taking his medication or if he had been taking it, but it was actually poison. But either way, they're like concerned that
Yeah.
Harold is about to die, and that's why he was seeing the visions, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So Scully explains that apparently as well, so her and Mulder are talking after Inez was shot, that apparently Inez had been taking some of Harold's unused medication, and that was triggering like
Oh,
her.
and I'm so sorry. The nurse was shot when she was attacking
Yeah.
Scully.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. I feel like I missed that or something. Okay, cool.
And so, like, apparently, so Scully thinks that, like, Inez, who was, like, her husband had left her for a younger woman, and so she was, like, committing the murders
What?
to destroy the happiness of the innocent affection Harold had for these women. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay.
And Scully ends up telling Mulder that, yeah,
Yeah.
that she saw.
That she saw the
and
dead girl.
Mulder is
Yeah.
obviously very concerned.
Yeah.
And so Scully goes into her car, and like this is the end of the episode. It was the nurse who was the murderer,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Again, like I just like and nothing ever felt that cohesive. But Scully
Yeah.
goes back in her car and is like starting to cry and break down, and like
Oh
we know
God.
she's
Yeah.
upset
Yeah.
about her own health and stuff. And then we see an ambulance speed down, like going the opposite direction from where Scully's parked. And then Scully like kind of looks up, and in the mirror she sees Harold sitting behind her.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh God. Oh. Oh, that's
yeah,
grim. Oh my God.
yeah.
Ugh.
So
I just like picture like it being 1997. You're watching this on I think a Thursday or a Sunday night where the two nights it aired, one of the two, and then it ends, and you're like left with those feelings while you then like get ready for bed or whatever.
yeah,
Like, oh
yeah. So I would just like to once again
God.
review the AV Club's review that called it alternately deeply moving and really, really stupid. That is the episode.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
Yeah. So there was interesting stuff with
man.
Scully, but overall it did not gel. I found someone
Yeah,
post on Reddit saying like, how did this episode get such good reviews? Why don't more people hate this episode? It's like really terrible.
yeah. Like, why doesn't Ted have a
Yeah,
reputation like roll under
yeah,
space?
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that does not sound good.
No, it was again like it could have been though. Like if it had just been like the part with like
Yeah, yeah,
the her seeing someone who's dead and then you find out that people that are dying or like that's like
yeah,
could have
yeah,
been done so much better than I think it was. So,
yeah, yeah.
and next up is
Demons.
Demons. Yeah, I don't remember that
Demons.
either.
I don't remember it either. In my head, it's the gargoyle episode, which obviously it is not because it is
Oh,
grotesque.
how, oh man, I am, and you just got zero sum. I just clicked on the,
I'm on a good
you're on a good
run.
run. Because what I see is just the still image that comes up at the
Yeah.
top of the article, and it's a picture of the younger man who plays cigarette smoking man with Samantha Mulder.
Oh my. Oh wow.
So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah. I
What?
thought I wanted to see that picture too. So then I Googled demons,
Oh,
which was not real smart. Yeah.
with no other context.
Anyway, yeah, yeah. Well, what came up was Imagine Dragons. But anyway, I hate that song.
I don't think I know it.
You do.
Oh, okay.
You,
Don't.
that's why my demons.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
that didn't
Yeah.
do it.
No. No
No.
one wants this. All right.
But either way, I think it's gonna be probably a good one.
Ooh. Well, you're welcome to watch it with me, but you're gonna get
Yeah,
the
I might.
finale then that I can't pronounce after it. So.
Yes, yes.
Guess.
No one can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a word that you can't pronounce. It's
Yep.
normal. There's some of them.
Yep.
Yeah. It's purely written.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Great.
Well, then, yeah, just a reminder if you've got things that you would love to hear Susan Blomert talk about in our interview with her, celebrating the win of Mrs. Paddock in our X-Files Villains bracket, let us know. Share your spooky stories with us and any other things you'd like to share. Fan art, like our wonderful fan art of the celebratory fluke noises of Fluke Man. So
He looks just so pleased with himself, and I really
he
love
really
that.
does, and he should be.
He should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he earned
he
that.
did. All right. Until next time. Bye.
Bye. We Want to Believe is hosted by Helen Werner and Liz Holden. It's produced by Zach Werner. The We Want to Believe theme music was created and recorded by Zach Werner. Find us at wewanttoBelievePod.com, on Instagram at wewanttoBelievePod, or send us an email at wewanttoBelievePod@gmail.com.